Hello and welcome to the VR Talk Show. I am AgentReaperVR, your host, and today we're doing our very first episode. With that, we need a guest. And there's no other guest than my friend, fellow content creator, author, and future star, Mattpool.
Yeah, give me wallet.
Oh. Alright, have a seat.
Yeah. Gotta watch out. That's where Brie Larson got casted in that couch.
No, that's the other one, not the small one.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how you been? Yeah, you been living okay, son?
I've been doing good. How about you?
Yeah, chilling.
Chilling and killing like a I wanted to say like a supervillain, but then I'm thinking to myself, no, he's more like a anti-hero. Right?
Yeah, I'm the anti-hero.
Alright. So
anybody's asked for $5.
there we go. I just needed to get my notes. Alright,
Yeah,
so
yeah, I got my notes in front of me.
this is the one thing I don't like about VR. You see something in front of you and you just want to like toss it onto it, and then you're not actually seeing the thing that you're holding.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've done that before. Yeah, I had the drink in my hand in real life, sitting there drinking it. And in front of me is a damn table, and I was about ready to sit down. I was like, oh fuck.
I almost did that.
It happens a lot, bro.
Alright, Mattpool. So, you're my first guest on this show. How you feel about that?
Good to be here.
So, we've known each other for coming on a year, I guess,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, pretty much a year, yeah. Been in and out of VR several times, yeah.
We've
Long
played,
time.
yeah, we played After the Fall, some VRChat games.
We dominated that game.
Played a lot of Among Us VR.
Yeah, especially lately.
Yeah. So, that being said, this would have been the very first question, but I've been asking you questions all this time, so.
That's alright.
So, my first official question is that you are a fellow content creator. You're a 3-time published author.
Yep.
And you're pretty soon going to be an extra in an independent VR movie. Is that correct?
I hope so. Way they was talking about it was just a small role to stand around, but the lines I done was kind of cheesy, but I'm not complaining. I'd like to get killed first in it, but I don't know how that works.
Hey, but it's still a movie that you'll be in.
Yeah, it's still a movie. It's
Not a
just
whole
something
lot of
different.
people
Yeah.
can say that they're in a movie.
Yeah, I just signed up for it and listed as an author, and now I've acted in like plays and stuff, which I did a long time ago. But they was just looking for, I guess, just somebody, like an extra, somebody who hasn't done any films and just wanting to try it. And I don't know why they chose me, but it's pretty cool though.
Oh, maybe they
I
just
definitely enjoyed it if I ever got the part.
Liked your personality and thought you kind of fit the role that they were looking for, or something like
Yeah,
that.
I told them they asked me if I had any experience with acting. I said, besides the plays a long time ago, like, believe it or not, church plays, but that's a different story. It's a different life.
Mm.
But the high school plays, church plays, and I told them I was a content creator, and that, I guess, acting kind of comes natural to me. So we'll see on that one.
Well,
It's pretty much playing the character, so either way.
yeah. Well, with all that you do, how you feel about all of it?
To be honest, man, it's the published books. I'm still, every time I see it or hear about it or get a royalty check or anything like that, it still just blows my mind that they, I actually got real works out there published that people have bought and read and actually love, and it's just And as far as doing content, I love doing it. And it's just everything with it. Still, it's just like I'm waiting to wake up from a dream. I don't want to wake up from, but pretty much, you know what I mean.
Oh, well, what you're going
It's just
through?
like all this crazy stuff.
Yeah. What you're going through? No one would want to wake up. That's definitely like a dream.
I'm trying my best to accomplish everything.
Well,
yeah, anything and everything, hopefully. But like I said, I never expected to have my books published. Never expected to actually be doing VR or be sitting here with you right now. You know, it's just everything just fell into place. I got lucky with my books and got lucky with content creating.
Speaking of your books, what are the titles of those books for the people watching or listening?
The first one's called Final Hallucination. The second one's called Twisted, and the follow-up to Final Hallucination is Final Hallucination 1.5, Aftershocks. If I had to describe Final Hallucination, it was like classified as comedic sci-fi fantasy thriller. And Twisted is like a brutal thriller. That's pretty much the classification of it.
All sounds interesting.
Yeah, my novels, I don't know where they came from, but I've got several other stories wrote. I just haven't, reached out and tried to publish them. I've been trying to write again and stuff like that. I've wrote a few little short stories here and there, but I'm trying to get back into it.
Well, you can definitely do whatever you want, and hopefully everything does still work out for you. It's gone well so far.
Yeah, well, being a writer, I think, helps me with my content creating because I'm quick on my feet.
Oh, yeah, you definitely are.
Yeah, I'm fast. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It gets me in trouble sometimes, too.
All right. Well, since you're a content creator, you post your stuff on all different social medias, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, more importantly, because you hit that special 10K mark.
Oh, yeah.
And that was very recent, too.
10,000. Oh, yeah, it's just recent. I never expected to hit that. I never expected to get past 2,000 followers. I don't know what happened. It just, like, whenever I started creating it, I was getting, on again, off again views and likes, and created one video, which it was I'm not gonna say it's a bad video, but it was just something random I posted, and it blew up. It still, right now, I think it has almost 600,000 views.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, that was what skyrocketed. That's what made me start thinking about staying, and keep trying to be a content creator.
Well, it just takes
and 10,000, that's still,
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
It just takes that one video to get you up there.
Yeah, one video. A lot of people, they always ask me how I do it, and think of this, TikTok is so unpredictable. You could spend 2 or 3 hours adding like a little video that you think is a home run. And because I've done it myself, think this video is going to be the one that surpasses this. Spend like 2 or 3 hours or 2 or 3 days just contemplating working on the video, and then next thing you know, not do nothing. Then I take like a little, I guess like a 30-second clip, post it, not even really put no effort into it. Next thing you know, boom. Like I said, TikTok's very random. I'm glad people like my videos though.
I feel that too. I know I made plenty of videos where I thought, this is gonna be like the greatest thing, and then all of a sudden I don't get the views.
I know a lot of people. I talked to Mr. Survivor the other day, and he was talking about how he spent like I think a couple days working on this one video, and he was down because it wasn't doing great. I told him, I said, you just got try. Just my advice is, if you want to get anything on TikTok, just post 3 or 4 or more than that a day, and if you see one video start picking up views and hitting, people start commenting on your video, that's when you know it's going to do something. And just follow the same recipe the next day. One video, you find out what they like, and you try to replicate it over and over again.
That's some good advice.
That's probably the best advice. Unless you're like a bigger, content creator, you can just post one and get like 2 or 3 million easy. But for people like, us, we gotta actually work at it. So my advice is just post. Post as many as you can in one day. When you see that one hit, replicate it.
Oh, like a good example of that would be the no square that the boys made.
Yep.
That thing took off.
No square, yeah. All it takes is just something, that one catchy phrase, saying. People love to replicate. Well, not replicate, but imitate, or they hear a certain sound or a certain, quote, and next thing you know, everybody's saying it. So, and no square is definitely one of those.
Yeah. All right.
Whenever they developed it, they probably didn't have no clue what it was going to do. But like I said, sometimes you get lucky. That was one of the cases.
Yep. All right.
I'd like to find something and make like no square, but I'll just stick to being Mattpool.
How about slice, dice, your head comes off, glat. I try to come with something that could fit with you.
Yeah.
Because I know you love being Mattpool. I know you love being Deadpool, and I know you love playing The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners a lot. And I know you love using the sword and just like chopping zombies' heads off.
A lot of the weapons on there are perfect, but them katanas, ever since I got a hold of them, I just go crazy with them.
Yeah, you're a madman.
But yeah, I've been trying to, I'm not good at singing or making music or anything, but I've been trying to, I wrote out like a little bit of something like kind of like a song for a Mattpool intro. I'm going to try to find somebody to help me develop it.
Oh,
we'll see how it goes.
There's plenty of people online that can probably help you out. And VRChat, there's plenty of musicians out there that can probably will be willing to actually help you out.
Yeah, I miss VRChat. That for a while, I thought it was done.
At one point, it did felt like it was going to be done. But I guess it maintains.
I thought it was done.
Alright.
Well, when they done that, what was it, anti-cheat?
Oh yeah, easy anti-cheat, EAC.
Yeah, easy anti-cheat. Well, whenever that happened, every time I would log into VRChat, it was so laggy. It would I couldn't even walk without it, And then I tried a couple worlds on it, it kept crashing. I just quit playing it for a while, and then eventually, every once in a while I'd try it, see how it was. And luckily, it's not been doing it. So maybe they got their shit straight. About damn time. Sorry.
I know the modding community really hated it. Alright.
Yeah.
So
I understand what they did.
Yeah.
I understand everything, the reason why they done it. But still pissed off a lot of people.
It did piss off a lot of people, but they did it with good intentions to crack down on people that would hop into worlds, ruin other people's sessions, or they're fun for the most part.
Yeah. Like those crashers that you encounter.
Yeah, I had something to do with that because that was my first time streaming VRChat, and I did not switch to streamer mode, so they saw everything I was seeing, so they knew exactly what world I was on. And the biggest mistake I made was to accept a random friend request.
Oh yeah.
And I still hate that asshole.
Yeah, we will find you. And we will do bad things. I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to say good.
Legally, I can't say harmful stuff to you, but know this. Nut cancer.
Yeah. See this. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, back on track.
Yeah. Be back for a blooper reel.
All right. So, what kind of what was the first video game that you ever played, if you can remember that far back?
Yeah, I was thinking about this earlier. The very first game I ever played, I thought it was Mario Brothers for Nintendo. But I actually think back further than that. It was actually Legend of Zelda, the very first one for Nintendo.
Oh, that was a good game.
That was the very first game I ever played. A friend of my brother, see, I have an older brother, and a friend of his, we just got the Nintendo. I still remember we had Mario Brothers Duck Hunt on one cartridge. And I didn't like Mario Bros. Or Duck Hunt. And I went hard to play. My brother used to try to play Mario Bros. Duck Hunt all the time. But a friend of ours, well, a friend of his, came over one day, had Legend of Zelda. It was like a gold cartridge.
Oh, yeah, I had that one too.
And, yeah.
I think it was like a special edition one.
Yep. And so I didn't really, like I said, I was more of a, I guess I used to just play with action figures and stuff, didn't really play with Nintendo or nothing like that. But my brother was playing it, and he didn't like it, and he let me have the controller, so I tried it, and I got hooked. That game, probably one of the best ones I've ever played still to this day. I played it until I beat it. And I was probably about maybe 5 or 6 or 7 years old, something like that.
Awesome.
That was the very first game. Yeah, that's what kind of led me to all the other games I ended up playing. Till this day, I love RPG games, role-playing games, or adventure. That's the best one.
RPG games do have that kind of special formula to them. They have like some of them have a good balance of action and adventure to it. But a lot of them have like a good, a good story to it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the Final Fantasy games have like some good stories to them.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy, yeah. Final Fantasy, the best one I bought was Final Fantasy 7. I guess you could say Legend of Zelda propelled me into playing nothing but RPG games for a long time, and then it came along Final Fantasy 7. That to me, that's probably my all-time favorite game.
Oh, that was mine too.
Oh yeah, still love it. I still have PlayStation. I play it.
PlayStation 1. That was some good games.
Yep. Yeah, it was either that. I played all the time or Resident Evil 1.
I never got the chance to play Resident Evil 1.
Oh really?
No.
Yeah. Back when they had movie rental places and game rental, there's a place called Movie Gallery where I'm from. And see, where I'm from, a lot of people might think it's Bristol, Tennessee, but I'm actually from Richlands, Virginia. I don't know why it's called that. There's nothing rich about that place. It's purgatory. Anyways, they had a movie rental place and games, and went there. That's when I first got Final Fantasy 7. Then I seen Resident Evil, played it, and that's probably why I played nothing but scary games now. For that one game.
Did you ever play Dino Crisis?
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, Dino Crisis. Oh yeah, that's a really good game.
They need to remake that one. That's a game that definitely needs a remake.
2 parts.
Actually, they made 3. Everyone hated the third part because they took the dinosaurs and went to outer space with them. And
I didn't know that.
And people just hated it.
Shame on you,
though. Yeah, shame on you, Capcom.
Yeah, they're trying to be greedy. It's almost as bad Jason going to space.
What was that, Jason X or something like that?
Yeah. Shame on yourself.
The 2000s.
Yeah.
That was an experimental era.
When I was writing my books, man.
Okay.
When I was writing my books, man, they wasn't no good movies.
Well, since you're very creative, how did you come up with Mattpool?
That's actually, well, I was thinking, about it earlier. Mattpool. Well, originally, I was using my name,
right?
Benckert, because I was, whenever I first started doing VR, it was just like, I'll, post one video, and every once in a while I'll post something on YouTube and stuff like that. And I was just using my name, Benckert. And I was just like, well, it's not going to go anywhere. And I started TikTok with my name on it. Didn't think much about it. And then, like I said, that one video hit. And I was like, well, I got to come up with a better name. And I thought about it. It was like Mad Matt, like Mad Max, Mad Matt. And that just didn't sit right. Then one day, I had this video on Walking Dead where I pulled my katanas out. And I was spinning them really fast. And this guy was shooting bullets at me, and I managed to block a couple of them with the taunts. And in the comments, somebody wrote, "Bro is Deadpool," and I was like, well, you know, I wish I could use that name, but I couldn't, you know, copyright reason. I was like, there's gotta be something. And then I actually just thought about it. And then I was like, well, you know, my name is Matt Paul. So I was like, well, if I put Matt Paul, and that's where it came from. It sounded similar, so I went with it. And I didn't know if it'd catch on, but I actually like the name now. It definitely suits me.
Yeah, it definitely does. And I saw that video too. That was actually pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you got peppered though.
Yeah, I got shot a few times, and then it's like, see, right when they shoot their gun, there's a sound effect. And I was just spinning the sword so much that the collision was weird. You know, that causes the collision system on the blades that they make, the code of it. And I spun so fast that, you know, I guess the collision of the blades was off. When it did, the bullet hit it, and I mean, it didn't send it back to him, but it blocked the bullet, and I blocked the second one, and I killed him. And that's just, it's like Rose Deadpool.
Whenever I hear it. Go ahead.
I'm definitely like Deadpool to a point. I'm always doing crazy ass action, I'm always running my mouth.
I know.
Always.
So when you were describing that, all I can think about was that movie scene from Deadpool 2 of him doing the same exact thing, but he still got hit.
Getting shot.
And then I think he went like,
shot, one-eyed Willie.
Ow.
Yep. The bullets are fast. Yep.
And he was getting it up close.
Shot, one-eyed Willie, and he starts spinning.
It was probably a lot closer than that enemy NPC that you were fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Well, he was sitting there. So I ran, right before I ran in, I already got the blade spinning really fast, right? So I already had that motion going. And I was screaming so loud that I actually got a complaint registered by my neighbor to my landlord. But that's weird. I was spinning, screaming. I sounded like Beavis. And I was just going crazy with them. And I cut this one person's head off. I threw a sword at him, but the sword didn't work. I went to go grab the blade to pick it up. When I did, he aimed the gun right at me. And when I did, I started spinning the other one really fast. And right when he shot, I blocked 2 bullets. I mean, he did shoot me a few times, but I still won. Yep.
Yeah!
Yeah, I can't do it like I used to.
Alright. Well, how did you end up being a content creator anyway?
Well, see, you know, I always like, I started watching YouTube, you know, off and on, you know, start watching just different VR videos, and I used to always say, you know, I wish I could do that. Why can't I do that? See, I didn't have any Oculus. And I was just like, well, you know, if I get it, maybe, then I seen that Walking Dead game, and my very first video I actually watched of The Walking Dead was Josh Dub. And I was like, he's fucking hilarious. You know, I was like, I could definitely do that. And, you know, I kept, you know, putting it off. Then I seen Eddie VR's video where he was Five Nights at Freddy's. And I was like, you know, they're getting, you know, paid that stupid, scream, and do crazy stuff. Why can't I do that? And then, you know, back in 21, right towards the end of 2021, finally got me an Oculus. And like I said, you know, it was just, when I started posting videos, it was just a joke. Kind of, you know, well, not really a joke, but you know what I mean. It's just throw it out there, you know, probably won't get 2 or 3 views, likes or anything. And like I said, when TikTok started blowing up, I was like, and then, you know, the whole idea of my name come around, I just kind of fell into it. I mean, it started with, I'll make 1 or 2 videos, just leave it alone. Then you know how it is, like you start getting into that world of VR and start getting, you know, used to, you know, entertaining people. And, you know, there for a while in my videos, my early videos, I hated the way I talk, my voice, my accent, all that stuff. And I used to drown out with nothing but music. I mean, you could barely hear me in it because, you know, my accent and stuff like that. Sometimes, well, it used to bother me, it don't anymore. But, you know, I got into just making content, and then I ended up started talking to different people. Honey Badger VR actually reached out to me with, I owe him one for that one. He reached out and told me how to edit my videos, and that I should try to, you know, lower the music and actually start talking more, and he was right. But that's kind of how I fell into it. It just happened. Just random. Like, I got lucky, though.
I think that's how everyone starts off. They just, like,
Yeah.
toss something out there onto the internet and see if anyone would like it or not.
Yeah. Yeah, the very first video I actually done wasn't my point of view of what I was playing. I was playing Walking Dead. It's the very first game I got on Oculus. I was playing Walking Dead, and my brother, see, me and him was playing and stuff like that. He came over to my house, wanted to try it. And I was playing Walking Dead, and, you know, doing the Thriller. He started playing Thriller music in the background. I started, you know, dancing. And he sat down with his cell phone and recorded me actually doing the movements. And that was the very first video I ever posted. It's me dancing. And on, you know, he had it cast to his TV. And it's pretty funny. But that's the very first. I never expected it. I mean, you can't find the video now because it's don't go. It's no longer with us. It was cringe, so I had to get rid of it. But yeah, I think everybody never really plans to be a content creator. We just do it and we all start, you know. I don't really do it. A lot of people nowadays probably say they do it for views and likes. I don't do that. I do it for me. And if people like my videos, you know, that's awesome. Most of the time I create the videos for me and people happen to like them, that's awesome. But yeah, like I said, I just started doing it. And here we are.
I know,
almost 2 years later.
I know it's kind of hard to get people to watch your stuff, and
oh yeah,
some people do it for the views and likes, but maybe they do it because they see that big number and it gives them a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
And
I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't mind having a low view count because I love editing my videos. It's something fun for me to do.
With me, I love editing. Yep. Well, being creative, you know, it allows you to express that creativity.
Yeah.
And you know, I know a lot of people there's like, you know, I guess as the bigger you get, you know, it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters to us, but a lot of content creators, you know, I've encountered a lot of people here lately that if they don't get a certain number of views and likes, they want to quit. It's like, I don't know, have you seen that one video where the train runs over my friend, Project Terminus, where we're playing chicken and the train runs him over?
I don't think I saw that video. Sorry.
Well,
I gotta look that up later.
Yeah, he's been having a hard time. He does Twitch and he doesn't get that many views, and he was discouraged about it. He reached out to me one day and said, you know, what's your secret, you know, to getting likes and views and all this? And I'm like, there's not really a secret to it. You just gotta try different stuff. And he was talking about if he was thinking about quitting or, you know, taking a break. And I was like, well, don't do that. I said, you just need to change it up. And he's like, how do I do it? And I said, do you have VR? And he said, yeah. So I talked him into getting VR with him, you know, and I just told him to have fun. Basically, you know, I guess, you know, like I said, he was worried about his view count. Said, you know, I might as well quit. I'm not hitting, you know, X amount of views a day on Twitch, which I don't do Twitch, but you know how Twitch is.
Yeah, I don't stream that often on Twitch.
Huh?
I don't stream that often on Twitch.
Yeah, well, I know some people that do it, you know, all
daily,
like typical gaming girl, and she, you know, I talk to her all the time, and she's always down and out about the views on it, and you know, people watching. You know, I basically tell anybody, you know, just focus on you. If you love creating content, you love doing what you do, stick with it. Because all it takes is one video. That's all it takes. I mean, it might take for me, you know, it took me a long time to get anywhere. And it's still on YouTube now. YouTube was unexpected. But I don't worry about, you know, subscribers. I mean, I love that, you know, I'm getting growth on my channel. But I'm not going about, you know, I'm not going to let it destroy me or let it stop me. And I don't think anybody should, especially if you love it.
If you love doing what you do, keep at it, and eventually
you
will get rewarded for it.
Yep. If you love what you're doing, stick with it no matter how many days, hours, you know. If it's been a few months since you got a subscriber, don't give up. Just keep trying. Trust me. All it takes is that one time.
Speaking of VR, did you ever try that Virtual Boy that Nintendo came out with, like somewhere around the late 90s, early 2000s?
No, I never tried it. But I remember looking through, you know, GamePro magazines a long time ago. And I remember seeing it. It was like, it was like red and black, right?
Yeah, it was like red and black. It's like Terminator vision.
It was like black and white. Was it black and white when you played it?
No, it was black and red.
I can't really remember, but
it was black and red.
Yeah,
like I said, Terminator vision.
Yep. And see, like, I can't remember like that much, but I know when I was going to school, a couple of my friends in school had it, and they would always be talking about, oh, it's the future, you know. But yeah, I never got a chance to try it. I always wondered why Nintendo never tried to make VR, but now I know why.
So it's it pretty much was like having a DS in front of your face.
Yep.
That's what it looked like.
I remember what it looked like.
And it was
like black and white, or, the whole black and red thing. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, and it was all 2D. There was no 3D to it.
Yeah.
They just tried something that can get them money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't even remember, like, the games for it. But I remember, like, seeing it, and I remember right when it came out, a couple of people at school, oh, yeah, I got this. You know, I've been playing it. But, I never got a chance to try it.
So...
The very first VR I ever played was PlayStation VR.
And back on... Right. I never tried PlayStation VR because I don't have a PlayStation. I'm not a PlayStation pony.
Yeah. Yeah. Me either, unless you pay me.
I mean, granted, PlayStation does have some good single-player games, but I will not get a PlayStation.
I wanted to play VR so bad, and then I got the PlayStation VR. And the very first game I got for it was Resident Evil 7. And
oh God!
That was my first real experience. Yeah, you playing, the controller, you couldn't use those weird, I don't know, disco balls on a stick.
Yeah, whatever those
weird, but
motion joysticks are.
Controllers. Yeah, the move controllers, which is weird. But I played Resident Evil 7, and that was my first real experience. And then when Silent Hill PT was, out, everybody was getting a demo and playing it. Well, my stupid ass, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it. It can't scare me. It showed up and get it. That's pure nightmare fuel.
Oh, I've seen videos. Yes, that's nightmare fuel.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just a demo, but man,
it was a good demo.
I mean, I love to play it. I wish they still waited to play it. Only game I ever came close to playing like that was Visage. Never played in VR, but that game is pretty much, Silent Hill P2. I'd love to play Visage in VR.
I think there's actually some fans that actually found a way to get it back onto the PlayStation
Silent Hill
store.
P2? Oh, man.
And I think there's a world here in VRChat that has it. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. They do have it. And it works fairly similar to like the demo.
I mean, Resident Evil 7 was scary, but you didn't really feel immersed, when you're sitting there with the controller again. I mean, then play PT and use no move controllers. And then the first time, like the radio goes, don't look behind you. And you hear that woman breathing, and you hear like weird noise. You turn around, she's like right in your face. That right there, that's one of the main reasons I actually propelled me into getting an Oculus, because I wanted to experience that again. Bring that game back, please. Please. I don't want that stranded.
I think we already covered this one, but what got you into VR in the first place?
What got me into it?
Yep.
I guess, one basically answer the question is the the YouTubers that influenced me to do it was Eddie VR and Josh Dub. You know, I watched those, and like I said earlier, I wanted to, you know, I knew I could do it, and I knew that, you know, I didn't really think I'd get anywhere with it, but that's, you know, seeing their videos, and I was like, I can definitely do that. That's easy. I mean, which we all know content creation is not easy at all, but at that time I was watching, I can do that. I can put Oculus on or VR, jump in, scream, shout, act stupid, and, you know, I just wanted to try to, I've always loved entertaining people. And like I said, when I wrote my books, used to design video games, you know, nothing major, but just off and on graphics and programming. And I just wanted to, you know, entertain people. And, you know, I always see, one thing I wanted to do more than anything, beyond anything, was like making movies. I always wanted to be a director. You know, I know I could do screenwriting part, but I wanted to actually be behind the camera directing. I never thought about actually being in anything myself. But, you know, just entertain people, wanting to just make people laugh, you know. If a person has a bad day and they watch my videos and they say, you know, I had a bad day, but your video helped cheer me up. That, to me, that there is probably one of the best comments. That's what I want to do, entertain people.
Oh, that'll warm up anyone's heart to hear that. You put out a video and it made someone's day better than what it was. That's heartwarming. That makes you want to keep doing what you want to do.
Because I know there's been times where I've been down and out and, you know, put on, you know, a YouTube video, or just, you know how like sometimes you'll just get bored, you know, and you're like thinking, you know, always, you know, overthinking or whatever. You feel like that and you're depressed and you just happen to just look through something, see like a video, and it just completely, like I guess 20 or 30 minutes, however long the video is, your mind is clear. And you're not thinking about that one negative problem. That, you know, if I can do that, then it's worth it. That's all I want to do, just make people laugh. And dazzle with action. Maybe. Maybe.
There's been talk about what's the difference between VR and AR. If you were given the opportunity, would you try AR? Alternative reality?
Yeah, I'd try it. Yeah, I'd try it. Yeah, I'd definitely like to try it.
I want to try it too.
Any type of new tech, I'd love it.
It would be weird, kind of. Like, I would assume it would be like putting on a VR headset, except you're still seeing the real world, and then just having random stuff pop up to your eyeball. Like, I think
I've seen this,
perfect example would be, what was it? Sword Art Online movie. I forget which one it was called, but they did something with AR, and that concept was actually pretty cool, and it does explain a little bit of the difference between AR and VR, because AR is more physical than VR.
It's like taking your reality and augmenting it. Yep.
Though some people...
There was this one game...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you.
There was this one game that Tribe Grey Wolf posted on TikTok. He's like, the game uses the layout of your house, but it adds like ghosts into, like, say if you was in your real living room, you're chilling, you could have like I guess the game would put a ghost to chase you through your house.
Oh, I think I saw that one.
It plays like ghosts. I'm not ghosts, but guns. Holy water. I can't remember the name of the game.
I know.
Yeah, I'd love to try something like that.
Yeah, that would be cool to try out.
Run into the wall. Oh, that'd be awesome. I'd like it.
Yeah, I would.
You'd have to have a big enough space, though.
Well, if it works the same way as the Oculus, it probably won't. You probably won't need that much of a big space, but yeah, you don't want to be banging around your kitchen and then stubbing your toe on a chair or something like that. Because I think what's that VR headset called? I think it's called the Pico 4. And Pico 4.
Pico.
Yeah, and I saw one of Eddie VR's videos because he was like doing a plugin for it, and how there's a mode that kind of puts it into like a AR mode, so you can see the world going on you. And he actually made coffee when it's still on.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it. I've never seen that.
I think it came out like a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, he made
Really?
he made coffee, and somehow it worked out. Even though he made a big mess.
Like pass-through technology or something, right?
Yeah, pass-through technology, something like that. Like,
something like that.
you know how with the Oculus, I only know this because I used to have an Oculus, where you kind of like step out your boundary and then you get like this black and gray, grainy look of the world around you. Well, this one was kind of like clearer with the Pico 4.
Yeah, I'd like to get one of those Picos. Please send me one.
Which is not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, no one's sponsoring this podcast. So
he's hot commodity. Get on it. Trust me. Do it.
Do it.
If you got a sponsor, that'd be awesome. Let's get you a sponsor.
It would be awesome.
You know how Conan O'Brien had Andy Richter? You know what I'm talking about? Conan O'Brien?
Yep.
His buddy who's always sitting right there on the couch.
Yeah.
If you ever get sponsored, I want to be the guy who sits on the couch and just chills.
Just chills, and then when
Or play the drums.
when I do both, you can be the guy playing the drums, and then when we go to a commercial break, you can say this episode of the VR Talk Show is sponsored by blah blah blah.
Yeah.
All right.
When you edit this, are you going to like put other clips in with it?
If it fits, yeah, I usually do.
I was wondering about that, like when you was talking about the Virtual Boy.
Yep.
You could do like I don't know, would you get in trouble for that?
They don't make it no more, but given that it's a Nintendo product, Nintendo is pretty anal about their stuff.
Yeah, they're anal. Yeah.
Like, I really wish that Nintendo ported their old Pokemon games, because I love the old Pokemon games.
Yeah.
I really wish they ported it to the Switch.
I used to play a couple of them. I used to have called Pokemon Snap for GameCube, believe it or not. It's like where you run around and took pictures of Pokemon.
Wasn't that originally on the 64?
It might have been 64. This one open.
I know they went all in on Pokemon with everything.
Which one it was?
It was Coliseum, Stadium.
Yeah, Coliseum. That's one I had. Yeah, that's one I had. Did they have Pokemon VR?
That would be so freaking awesome if they did. You know how many people would go get a VR headset and buy Pokemon VR?
Oh yeah. You imagine running across some people in VR. It'd be like VRChat. Make it like VRChat with good battle mechanics. And you got gold. You got money.
Oh my god! I can already picture it now. People throwing Pokeballs and missing completely. Your stash of Pokeballs is all gone.
I went to a world in VRChat a while back. I mean, it's a long time ago. It's just where you go and find avatars of Pokemon. And it's I guess where if you wanted to, you couldn't really do nothing. But a person could be, like Pikachu. You could be Ash behind it and stage your own battles. I don't know how that'd work. But they had a little battle arena. And if they took something like that, they'd make money.
Yeah, and I know people have made videos of that too, because I know the world you're talking about.
I always wonder why they never done that.
Oh, that'll probably be the next step. It'll probably... You know how Nintendo has to have, it has to be made by Nintendo. It can't be like a third-party company. Like they don't even license third-party companies to make like their joysticks and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, Nintendo's very weird.
Like I said, Nintendo is anal about their stuff.
Yeah, they like the rough anal. I've heard of people posting, what do they call them? Mario Maker?
Yeah, Mario Maker.
They had to get permission. They had to get permission to use certain stuff.
Wait, for real? Even though it's a game made by Nintendo, they can't post stuff without having Nintendo's permission?
They was getting copyright flagged on YouTube for the music. And I think they was getting
even though it came from the game.
Yep. I ain't
wow.
Drunken bar fight. If I post a drunken bar fight video on YouTube, it gets copyright.
Oh, I'm glad I never posted mine then.
Yeah.
But that's crazy though.
Yeah.
Music from the game, and you get copyright slapped.
Yep. If you go look at my videos of drunken bar fight, even if I don't add no music to it, you get copyright. On TikTok, I posted some, and they took my videos down because of just the music playing in the background. Yep.
I mean, I know you got like suspended off Twitter because of copyright stuff, right?
Yeah.
Or people reporting you for copyright, which is bullshit, by the way.
Yeah, it wasn't even my videos. It had nothing to do with my TikToks. It was, you know how like you go to TikTok, see something random funny, and you'll save it or share it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't share it directly from TikTok, which if I'd done that, I probably wouldn't got in trouble for it. But I just saved the video, posted it on Twitter. It was damn music. It's like, have you ever seen videos where it's like a cat singing? Like, there'd be mouth be moving, there'd be playing music in the background.
Yeah.
Shows cats singing. So that's what got me.
Really?
Right there. They're like, yeah, somebody reported that. Yep.
Well, someone hates cats.
Shame on yourself. Yeah, because of music. Yeah, they supposed to contact me, but I've heard Twitter can be a pain in the ass.
When people watch your videos, do they see the real you, or did they see it like a scripted version of you?
It's definitely not scripted. Nothing in my videos. The only time you ever see anything scripted is like by doing the intro. And sometimes it's just random. But they see like a character. I guess that'd be the best way to.
Yeah.
Because, you know, sometimes I'll mix it up. It just depends on what mood I'm in. But most of the time you hear me screaming, acting stupid, it's just a character.
Yeah, this guy is not scripted. He goes off what pops up in his mind.
Yeah, sometimes. It just depends. Sometimes somebody will say something, and it'll just hit my mind, and it'll come out. Other times, I just let loose.
And when you let loose,
It's
let
all
loose.
uncensored. Yeah, all uncensored, unscripted.
Even those.
I try to script stuff. It's so hard to do.
Yeah, it is.
I'm a writer, and it's hard to do.
I think the hard part is like getting
people
to like help you out with it.
Yeah. Well, it's just like Honey Badger. Whenever I first started, he's like, "You should script your Walking Dead videos." And I'm like, you know, I can, you know, because I'm a writer stuff. But the enemy, like Walker's not going to, you know, go along with me because it's going to be too busy trying to eat me. You know, I could do certain bits with it, but just, I don't know. I've tried it. It's just, I mean, for VRChat, yeah, you can script all you want in it, but for other games, I just can't. I've tried to do it, but everything's unscripted, always.
No, trying to do scripted stuff on like a single player game is hard to do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can do. You could probably do like little bits like Josh Dub did in Walking Dead whenever I first watched his videos, where he's acting like, I think it's his grandpa. He sees a walker and he's like, "Grandpa, you're drunk."
Yeah, I saw that one.
He's like, you know, you could probably do something like that, but after a while, you know, doing something like that's gonna get stale. You know, I mean, if you had like VRChat is the perfect perfect platform to do scripted stuff.
It is.
I've always wanted to try to do stuff like this in VRChat, but just getting everybody together to do it's a different story.
That is
Everybody's
very
got
true.
Different schedules.
Oh,
I was actually going to
it
make
is.
a Mattpool movie. Yeah, I was actually going to try and make a Mattpool movie a while back, and I just couldn't get that many people to do it. Most people I know, they live in UK or Australia. I mean, I know you and stuff like that, but I mean, everybody's time zones is. Our time zone is basically the same. So.
Yeah, we're both on the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So our time zones are linked up. But whenever I try to
I
get on with Penny, it's like a 5-hour difference.
Yeah. Where's Penny from?
Penny's
Space?
from England. But no, not space.
Penny's something else.
Penny's awesome.
Yeah, Penny's cool. You ever getting drunk?
I never seen Penny drink, so.
Penny, bring your ass out here now. I expected to see Penny here, out in the crowd. But I guess you don't need no hecklers, do you?
If Penny was here, Penny would probably be bored watching.
Yeah.
Or if they have something interesting to say, they'll probably just say it just to get a reaction.
Yeah.
Like that time in when we were playing Among Us VR. It's like, oh, is this the same Mattpool that messaged me on Twitter about
that? I can't remember what he said. Yeah, he sent me a message on there, man. He sent me a message of what do you like about me, and I was just like, what? He's like, what do you like about me? I think that's what he wrote, and I'm just like, question mark? I'm like, huh? What?
Isn't that around the time that your
I was like, funny, I guess.
your Twitter account got suspended? That was probably around that time, right?
Yeah, it's right before it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the craziest part was it was a day before Walking Dead came out. I was like, what the fuck? It's the day before it come out. I was like, what the shit, man? I wasn't really planning to come back to Twitter. But I'm back. Get used to it.
Yeah.
I just know. Be careful now.
Yeah, Twitter is a hard platform to get like a following going. But
yeah, I almost had 1,000 followers. Almost. And then see, I tried to get there's an option I had whenever they banned me. It's like, I guess I could get my account, I could get my followers transferred, but I had to go through all this fucking bullshit in order to do it, and I'm just like, that ain't worth it.
They make it hard to get your account back. Sometimes you can't even get your account back. But
it's just like, it said I was temporarily suspended. It was 6 days, and I guarantee if I went and looked now, it'd still say the same thing.
I know.
I sent multiple emails, filled out different stuff. It's just.
And nothing happened.
Yeah.
I got temporarily suspended over a comment I made on a post, and
on Twitter.
Yeah, on Twitter. Thinking about it,
damn.
When it happened, I'm like saying, yeah, I probably shouldn't have typed that out because this is around the video game awards.
Oh yeah.
So, Elden Ring, I think they won Game of the Year.
Yeah, Elden Ring.
And this random kid came out and started talking about Bill Clinton. But I was at work at the time, so I didn't get the chance to see it. So I was scrolling through Twitter on my break, and Charlie Intel, one of the Call of Duty stuff I follow, posted the picture of that kid and put the caption as, this kid wants to bring Call of Duty back to the jetpack era. So I did not know who he was. I didn't even know if it was I didn't know it was a kid. I didn't know what the kid said. since I didn't watch the award show, and I made a comment,
Yep.
break his legs. So you can see how that looks bad. It's me saying, break his legs. When the picture is a kid. So yeah, that was very bad. But I deleted the tweet, and then 24 hours later, I got my account back.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe because it was just maybe because it was a minor offense.
Violence. Yeah. You see, I'm on Facebook too, which a lot of people don't know that. But I'm on Facebook too, but not as Mattpool. That's for my personal account. But,
I can't go on Facebook anymore.
Somebody. Yeah. I don't mess with it. I used to post like links to my YouTube and all that, but then my family members was like, "Who is that in that video? Why are you saying these words? What are you humping a zombie?" And I was just like, no. Yeah, my sister seen it a while back. She's like, "What was you doing that zombie?" So I got rid of it. And she's like, "Our family can see that," and I'm just like, "Whoops." But somebody like posted a thing about how they was cruel to animals. Done
Wait,
something
what?
Very, very bad to a dog. Like somebody hurt a dog on purpose.
Yeah, that's
Like cut its ears off. He like cut like the top of its ears off and left it out. He's like bleeding. They cut its ears and left it outside to die, more or less.
that son of a bitch.
I wrote a comment like, I was like, that person. I said somebody needs to find that person and cut off their ears and leave them outside to die. And I about lost my Facebook account because of it. So I don't do shit like that no more. But they had a picture of that dog. Somebody got lucky and found that dog. But seeing shit like that, I had to write on it. But yeah, social media nowadays sucks.
It does. There's a lot of people that would would like cancel you.
Yeah. Well, I was canceled once, but I'm back.
And better than ever.
Not for like nothing stupid. Yeah, not for nothing stupid. But I still use Instagram, and it's all right. But I don't interact with that many people on it.
Yeah,
Twitter, I like Twitter because everybody, it's a VR community and all the gamers. That's the only reason I like Twitter. But Twitter has its moments.
Twitter does, yeah.
I think Twitter is probably the best platform when it comes to, sharing stuff with each other and promoting, videos. Like on Twitter, I share more people's stuff than I do my own. I always have on Twitter. If you ever look at my stuff, you'll see me sharing a lot of people's stuff.
Yeah, I do the same thing too. If I see something funny, I'll try to repost it.
Yep.
Just to see if everyone else that follows me likes it as well.
Yeah. Twitter, like I said, you gotta be careful on Twitter. Especially anything. But like you said, you put, break their legs. But then you, say, I'd see your comment when you wrote that, right? I'd be scrolling down through Twitter and be like seeing somebody write something weird. Like straight up sexual weird. And they get away with it. I'm just like...
Well, you only see it that one time, but you don't know if it got deleted like hours later.
Oh yeah.
Because once you see it, it's gone. It's gone. You can't you can't see it unless you know who wrote it, and you try to go and find it. But then that person is like an avid poster, and just posts like 20 things in like an hour.
Yep. I know who you probably have on your thing next, Mr. Survivor or Gummy. Gummy be good to have.
Gummy would be good to have. So Gummy, if you're watching this, you're gonna be my next.
Gummy.
You're gonna be my next guest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. You could have her on, and you could like showcase her art, her thumbnails, stuff she does. You could have like,
oh yeah, definitely.
You know how you was doing your announcement of me, right when you talking about her, you could have all the her thumbnails and all the work she's done. I think she'd be a good person to have on your show.
Oh, she will be. You hear that, Gummy?
You gotta do it now. You gotta do it now, Gummy.
Okay.
Please.
Mentally prepare yourself. And clear your schedule.
Yeah.
If you want to bring Drake along too, you
drums,
can.
maybe.
Just so you can sit on the nasty casting couch. And you can sit on the nice one. That's clean and sanitized.
Can I play drums whenever she gets here? Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, I'd mess with you.
All right. So, last question before we end this. If you were to create a video game, what would it be about?
If I ever created a game?
Yeah.
It'd kind of be. See, I've actually started working on one a while back. I never finished it. But it's called The Method to the Madness. It was more or less gonna be a VR game where your actions cause like choices, and your actions change the shape of the game. And it was gonna be like trying to think the best way to put it. Aliens sent down this device. There's like this different devices all around, like it's called these madness cubes. And whenever they was near people, they'd cause them to hallucinate and see stuff. And it'd bring your mind into like a video game. And if you died in that video game in your mind, you become a slave to the aliens. And it was something like that. But I'd like to make it like a good scary game. Kind of like The Last of Us a little bit. That's what I've always wanted to make. Something like that.
It does sound like an interesting game to play.
Yeah. Like each character you play as would have different. Like one person would be like third person view with like Devil May Cry fighting. Then another person would be like first person view with Call of Duty, mechanics. Another person have like, wrestling moves, be like fighting like, wrestling, stuff like that. That's the type of game I'd like, something that evolves. Like, you say, you know how like some games claim if you answer a choice, it changes the shape of the story?
And then it
Kinda
really
like,
never
Telltale.
does change? Yeah, like a Telltale game.
Telltale Walking Dead is like an example. They actually did that. But imagine a VR game that, your choices would change the story. Like, the story never really had an end boss. The story never really had a story set in stone. You made the story as you progress. That's the type of game I'd like to make.
And then depending on how you progress, you'll get like ending A, ending B, or ending F for a bad ending. Yeah,
I've been wanting something like that in VR, but it'd probably be a while before that happens.
It probably would be, especially if it's like a Devil May Cry thing that you were talking about.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
That would probably be hard to
love
do.
Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah, Devil May Cry was awesome.
VR. Devil May Cry needs to be in VR. Do it, Capcom. You already brought Resident Evil 4. They already brought 7 VR Village. I think the remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, is going to be in VR. PlayStation VR too. But imagine if they brought Devil May Cry to VR. That would be insane. Yeah, I'd like to make something like that. But to make VR games is so difficult.
That would be difficult to do.
Yeah, Capcom, get on it, please.
I mean, you play Blade and Sorcery. You know how inaccurate a sword swing would be. You think that you're going to be able to lop off their heads, and you go like, wow. And it doesn't do anything. It doesn't really hurt them. It just like, boop.
Yeah, it's just like they, before I done the mods, I never liked Blade and Sorcery. I mean, I really didn't, because, you go swing a katana or a sword, and you just stick them in the neck, or stick them in the head, and you'd have to sit there and just keep trying to chop it off. I mean, if you're doing it in slow motion, you got more strength behind the swing, but mechanics on it was so wonky. But imagine if they took Walking Dead's combat mechanics with Blade and Sorcery, with a little bit of Devil May Cry. They would have the best game.
Might work.
I played a lot of VR games that have melee weapons. The Walking Dead's the only one I know that actually nailed it.
All right. Well.
And one of the questions you had on that paper was, what was my favorite VR game?
Yeah, but
you're probably not gonna be able to. Huh?
Go ahead.
It's not Walking Dead.
Oh, it's not?
People, I'm sorry, Walking Dead, but it's not. No, it's not actually. No, it's Resident Evil 4.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a big time Resident Evil fan. Sorry, Walking Dead.
That's why I didn't ask the question, because I know we've been talking about The Walking Dead a lot, and I only assumed that was your favorite game.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 is because I'm a big time Resident Evil fan. Whenever they first announced, whenever I first heard that Resident Evil 4 was coming to VR, I mean, I played it. I still play it today. I just don't post the videos that much.
Yeah, you post a few.
Yeah, I post a few and stuff like that. It's just, I mean, I like adding music to my videos. And Resident Evil 4, it's got that atmosphere. You can't disrupt that atmosphere.
No, you can't.
You need that. I've tried to add music to it before, and it just don't work because you need that atmosphere. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 is my favorite VR game. Sorry, Walking Dead.
Yeah,
you be close to my heart, dude.
You got knocked down to number 2.
Yeah, it's number 2.
All right. So, thank you for watching, everyone. That's our show.
Yeah, thanks for joining, everybody.
And if you're listening on Spotify, thank you very much. Make sure you follow Mattpool at YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Follow him everywhere.
Yeah.
If you're watching this on YouTube, all his links to all his social medias will be down in the description. Like and subscribe his videos. Follow this man. He's funny.
Like and subscribe to Reed.
Thank you for that.
Be sure to like and subscribe my boy here. He's taking over. And we need an endorsement. He needs a sponsor back. You know,
we're taking over and shutting it down.
Yeah, we're going to rule the world.
Yeah, the world. We're going to rule.
Yeah.
We're going to rule the world. You got it? We're ruling this world.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Peace.